it basically came down to, does Mark want the attention, the media, the pressure of playing in Toronto? And after a lot of discussions between Mark and I, and Mark and his family, Mark had decided, I'm in. I'm ready to go for it. Right. And then one day, I think it was about 5 days before the deadline, Kyle Dubas calls me and he says, I just want to give you a heads up. We have a deal with Chicago. And we talked about a bunch of different things on that call. And at the end of the call, he said, just one thing you should know. I got to go upstairs and get approval on this deal, like I do all deals, but I don't anticipate there being any issues at all. And in the interim, I had talked to Kyle Davidson. He confirmed that there was a deal. I didn't ask for the details of the deal. I didn't care about the details of the deal. I did know there were several different pieces involved, players and draft picks going in both directions. About 2 hours later, I get a call from Kyle Dubas, who is crestfallen in his voice. I could tell that something is very wrong. And he said, Alan, I don't know how to tell you this. I'm sorry. I went upstairs to get approval. This trade has been nixed. It's not happening. I tried. I believe in this deal. I wanted this deal to happen, and it's not happening anymore. And then I circled back with Kyle Davidson, who was equally surprised and shocked by the turn of events. And then ultimately, Flower ended up getting moved to Minnesota and reuniting with his great friend, Bill Guerin. I don't know whether Flower would have re-signed with Toronto or not as a pending free agent that summer. It was the discussion about come in, play the rest of the season and playoffs, and both sides will get a test drive with each other, and we'll reevaluate where things are based on what happens in the playoffs, and where we are then. And that's the context of what we were proceeding to do.